What is going on, my pretty babies? It's the one and only the Black Avenger, aka the Black Azrael, Lee Sanders of the RCWR show, coming at you with some breaking news for this Friday evening, April 3rd, 2015. And we got some big news to share with you guys. This just came. Really, if you want to be truthfully honest here, this just went down in about the past 10 to 15 minutes, as at around 5:30 p.m. Eastern, it came straight from WWE's mouth. I checked the date, all that good stuff to make sure that this wasn't a situation where maybe it was a April Fool's joke or whatever, but it's not a bad joke. This went down today. Couple of days past April Fools. It looks like three-time WWE Divas champion AJ Lee has retired from the WWE. Yes, I repeat, AJ Lee has retired from the WWE. I am on WWE's website right now, and they issued the following: AJ Lee, April Mendez. Make a note of that. They're referring to her by her real name. Really, if you're being for real, it should be April Menendez Phil Brooks, since she is married to CM Punk and all. But in either case, it goes on to say AJ Lee, April Mendez, has decided to retire from in-ring competition with WWE. We wish AJ the very best. Now, this may come, as I'm sure to many of you AJ Lee fans out there, as a big shock, seeing as how she recently just returned to the WWE. She had a short program going on with the Bella Twins that culminated at this year's WrestleMania, where they picked up a victory over the Bella Twins. It was her teaming up with Paige to get the victory over the Bella Twins, and it kind of seemed as if after the night after WrestleMania, they were kind of still continuing to go on with that little story arc that was going on amongst those four girls. But big piece of news right here. Now, you all may be very familiar with her first coming to the WWE as early as, if you want to get technical, as early as 2009, because she went into Florida Championship Wrestling as they were getting ready to make the conversion into NXT. And you all remember how she was teaming with Caitlyn, two of them best of friends, from what Caitlyn had talked about in recent shoot interviews that she conducted, and we did review some of the shoots that she did. One in particular is the one that she did with RF Video. Of course, she was so white hot in 2012 when she became the Raw general manager. That was actually one of my favorite highlights. Of course, when she had formed an alliance with Dolph Ziggler, Big E, Langston, and remember how they were just walking the canvas, if you will, or painting the canvas, if you will, with John Cena. Remember how she was also doing a little something with CM Punk, Daniel Bryan. It was like this weird love triangle thing that was going on and all that. She was involved in some pretty big story arcs when she moved up the main roster. But you know, ever since her position as the Raw general manager and all that had died down, it just kind of seemed as if WWE creative, if you will, the writers, the higher ups, they didn't try to continue to build upon that. And I know there's probably a lot of you guys that's probably screaming right now, damn that CM Punk. And honestly, look, I'm going to look at it from a couple of different standpoints real quick. Number one, CM Punk, as you all know, who doesn't know by now, he signed with the UFC. He's going to be making his UFC MMA debut pretty soon. Hopefully before this calendar year is out, we're going to see what this guy is really capable of. But, I mean, as you would imagine, that's got to be a hefty contract that he has going on with UFC. Millions of dollars, millions of fettuccinis, my pretty babies, okay? So AJ Lee, honestly, one could make the argument she really doesn't have to work. But give her props. She chose to continue to go in and wrestle for a good extended period of time, as her and CM Punk got married last summer. And how about that? Quickly, like their 1 year anniversary is approaching. I mean, it's amazing how fast a year passes. But if this is a situation where she's just kind of had a heart-to-heart talk with Phil, CM Punk, and kind of say, this WWE thing is not really working out. I don't really think I want to do this anymore. Honestly, God bless her. I definitely would like to take the time to personally thank her for all the great memories that she gave us while she was in the WWE. I definitely feel that she represented the Divas division very well. When she first came in, it was just a little tiny bit rough around the edges, but in due time, I mean, she was just really able to just climb that ladder. And I think, in my honest opinion, she won many fans over with her in-ring ability. She won many folks over with her character. And, look, for those that might not be familiar with AJ Lee, as far as when she came into the WWE, I mean, we should note that she's been involved in the independent wrestling circuit and all that a couple of years prior to joining the WWE. So it's not like it was WWE, that's all she knew. I mean, she had been fighting and clawing and doing everything she can the traditional way that a wrestler trying to eventually make it to the grandest stage of them all, WWE, would do as far as humble beginnings go. She worked in everywhere. So I'm definitely going to miss her. I think that this is a little bit of a small blow to the Divas division, but at the same time, WWE, they can definitely come right back as you've got a ton of great women that are on that NXT roster right now, such as Blue Pants, Mia Yim, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Becky Lynch. I mean, you name it, take your pick. There are some really great, fantastic girls that are down there that can kick ass just as good as the men. Some that can wrestle better than AJ Lee, in my honest opinion. And that's not a knock. That's not a diss to AJ Lee whatsoever. I'm just giving you guys my honest take with regards to that. One thing that should be very interesting is when she gets ready to release her autobiography. As I don't know how many of you guys are aware of this, but there is an agency called Leshne, and they're representing her upcoming book. They commented on Twitter. This was this week. They said, direct quote, or actually AJ commented on the book signing with Leshne Agency. She said, direct quote, "Thank you, Leshne Agency. I hope our book inspires girls to become strong women and underdogs to make their dreams a reality." So interesting note right there. I'd like to know, how are you guys handling this news? Maybe you just found out by checking us out, or maybe you heard about it before we went live. I'd like to get you all's intake and also ask you the question, do you think this is a bit of a minor blow for the WWE as far as this Divas division goes, or do you agree with my assessment of how things are going to be shaping up with the next crop of divas that they can bring up to the main roster? Sound off. I'd also like to know, what are some of your favorite moments from AJ Lee's time in the WWE, and we'll definitely follow up on what you all have to say. At this point, I'm enjoying vacation right now. I'm just taking a well-deserved break from the shows because we did like 4 consecutive nights back-to-back of WrestleMania coverage. So I'm just trying to take a week to recharge the batteries a bit and catch up with the family and everything. We won't be back on the air with you all until Monday, April 13th. That's Monday, April 13th. We'll come on after Raw goes off the air. But give me your comments and your input, because what we'll end up doing that week that we're back on our Tuesday night podcast that week, we'll actually dedicate a segment of the show to go over you all's reactions, your memories, get you all's overall input. And hopefully by then we'll have a little bit more information that we can share with you all. Of course, for the very latest in wrestling, entertainment news, and beyond, do check out our website at infinity1productions.com. That's with an E, put in the actual number one. All the links you need is in the episode description. If you're new, I would love to have you subscribe to us so you never miss out on all the great content we do for you here on a weekly basis, whether we're breaking news, doing some really fun and insightful interviews, album reviews, a little bit of stuff in between. Subscribe so you never miss out. Make sure you give this a thumbs up. When you do that, you're basically showing your appreciation and support for us YouTube video creators. You can share this also a number of ways by Google Plusing, Facebooking it, retweeting it. One of the many ways you can spread the good word about our content. Speaking of interviews and all of that, I'm putting a couple of moves together. It's pretty much locked right now as I have the person's phone number, but we got a really cool kick-ass interview that's going to be coming up. I may release the interview this coming week since I'm going to be on break until the week of the 13th. I haven't really got what's the right word I'm looking for, words I'm looking for. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to release the interview this week coming up or if I'm going to hold it off until the next week, but you guys will definitely enjoy it. I promise you. All right, guys, that is going to do it. Until next go round, please be safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. We'll see you next go round. Everybody, do take care.